Hi, it's the Lipstick Gal. Thanks for watching today. I wanted to continue on with the pushing my beauty boundaries. It's done a previous video. I'll make sure and link it for you in the description box below. But the idea is trying to use colors in different ways that I normally wouldn't do. I tend to have real easy boxes that I like to fill, neutral browns, natural colors, basically the easiest thing ever. And I feel like there's so much in the makeup world that is just really gorgeous, and I love bold colors, but usually in a lipstick, or usually in an accessory, or in a item of clothing, or a pair of shoes. I'm not a bold eyeshadow makeup wearer. I am not a trend makeup person, but I think it's time just to try stuff on and see whether it works or not. So today I thought we'd continue on with another bold eyeshadow choice, and today I chose red. And I thought the best way to do that was, there was this new palette from Colourpop as part of their 5-year birthday celebration. This is called Main Squeeze, and it's got reds. So as you can see, there's various shades. Some of them I feel like are a little bolder than some of the others. They're, some deeper colors, more orangey tones, but they also, instead of being like a true like candy apple red or fire truck engine red, they tend to lean a little bit more on the watermelon-y fruity side, hence the Main Squeeze. Their whole theme, of course, for their 5th-year birthday was like a watermelon. That's why the box is like super cute, and it's, got the stripes and the seeds. I picked up a couple of other things also. I picked up the So Juicy lip gloss in Big Slice. I have another one of these, and I really like this formula, and I feel like instead of having a nude color, maybe something that was a little brighter might be fun. That's not pushing my beauty boundaries. This is. All right, another thing that I got, because I didn't pick anything up when they launched this collection, I picked something up from the Villains. I got the Cruella lipstick, and I don't know whether it's going to be too much red, but I do love that it like says Villains imprinted on the actual bullet itself, but it's a very warm red leaning shade. They did send along their birthday treat Super Shock Shadow, which I love Super Shock Shadows. I think these are amazing. And this is the new one for this year. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. Another thing that I picked up, and this is also from the Villains collection. I had not tried any of their Jelly Much shadows. And I can open the box. And I decided it was time to try one. So I picked one that I thought out of all of them that I would probably use the most. And I picked this one here. This one's called Perfectly Wretched. It's another one of the ones from the Cruella set, but it looks like this. So this is not pushing my beauty boundaries. We might use some of this maybe in the inner corner or something, but I definitely wanted to use that red shadow palette today. All right, so thank you for watching. Subscribe if you haven't, and let's get putting on some red eyeshadow. So I'm going to start with this one here. This one is called Froze. Oh, I don't know. All right, let's just do it. Okay, in the crease you go. I don't know. I'm afraid. Okay, I'm going to keep going. Let's put some of this one right here. That one's called Like It's Hot. And let's maybe intensify our crease just a smidge. I'm completely intimidated. I don't know how it's gonna turn out. I'm getting worried. And here's the thing. Out of all the eyeshadows I have, the brighter the shades, whether they're corals or peaches, or I feel like I have to be more careful in blending, and I feel like I'm not quite blending these to the point where they don't look a little splotchy. And I don't think it's I don't really think that it's the product. I think it's, I should have put a primer on. I didn't put a primer on and I was like, I don't need a primer. Colourpop shadows are great. So I'll be here for a while, just blending. Don't mind me. So this middle column right here is all metallics. And this is the top shade. This one's called Juicy Fruit. This one right here is the middle shade called Maraschino. And this one in the middle, I swatched them wrong, apologize, is called Baywatch. And if you look at the, oh, they're really pretty, really pretty. I like the way that Baywatch looks. Baywatch is the one in the middle. Let's put that on the lid. And then maybe if we need to, I'll put a little maraschino kind of in other places. I'm gonna use my finger. I don't think I like that. I always like these metallics straight with the finger. That's pretty. I'm going to grab some of the deepest shade here. This one's called Red Bottoms, and I'm going to use that kind of in the outer, just to define this outside edge a little bit more. I'm going to use this lightest, it's almost like a gold color. It's called Juicy Fruit. I'm going to put that on the inner corner. I'm going back in with Red Bottoms, that darkest shade on the lower lash line. I feel like I need a little more darkness towards the bottom. And I'm going to use Maraschino, kind of that reddy metallic, kind of right to join this inner corner and the darker on the bottom lash line. I feel like I need something a little bit darker to help anchor this, and I'm not getting it from this Red Bottoms here. It's giving me very much a one, I mean, it's obviously various shades of red, but I need something just a little bit deeper. So I'm gonna reach for a different Colourpop palette that has a deeper, darker brown in there and see if we can maybe give it a little bit more depth, maybe a little more smoke. So I'm reaching for this. This is the Salvaje palette from Becky G and Colourpop. And there's a color in here called Cafecito. It's a really nice dark brown. And I'm gonna put some of that on my lower lash line. And anywhere else I feel like I need just a hint more darkening up. I kind of feel like I'm past the point of no return. It's not what I was hoping for. It's not what I wanted at all. Maybe a little Super Shock will help. So I'm gonna add a little bit of this. It's so pretty, oh, so pretty. Let's just put a little bit of that in the middle and see if it helps. And just because we're already beyond that point, how about a little jelly much in the inner corner? Just a little more. Not more anything, just more. I don't know what I'm doing. Help me. I don't know how these best apply. I'm just gonna put some on the end of the brush here. Oh, that works nicely. So just to show you, this right here is the jelly mud shadow that I have, and this one is in Perfectly Wretched. Really catches the light nicely. And this one here is the new Super Shock Birthday Shadow in Birthday Treat. All right, I'm gonna put some mascara, some eyeliner. I always feel like that kind of draws attention away from what we got going on here. I'll be back. I feel like I finally got to a place where I'm okay with this eyeshadow look. And I'm not sure whether what makes me uncomfortable is I didn't put a primer down and it didn't blend as well as I expected it to, or whether it was, since it's a red palette, it's very red. And this was not as deep as I wanted it to be, and this was not as light as I wanted it to be, hence the bringing in a deeper shadow right here, this one, and a lighter shadow for the inner corner. I'm not sure if maybe I'm not creative enough to make this 9-pan red palette work for me and be the only thing I need. I think I might like it more if instead of trying to use like as many of them as if I use 2, maybe 3 at the most, and do more of a minimalist red eye as opposed to this like, this is about as big and bold as I get. And I'm sure people could take color all the way up to their brow and like keep going. That's not me. That's not the makeup I feel the most attractive in. This is about as bold as I go with an eyeshadow look. And I think the red is fun. I want to love the red, and I'm not sure if it's the shades in the palette, the way I applied it without a primer, or I didn't use the brushes that are going to blend these. I don't know. I don't know. I don't feel like the products perform any different than other Colourpop products. Like the mattes felt the same, the metallics felt the same, but it could just be the pigment in them because they're red. I don't know. I don't have any other red eyeshadows that I actually have used. I'm just gonna be honest. All right, so let's put on some lips. I am excited to try this. I have another one, and it's in the shade Dress Code, and it's more of a neutrally berry shade, but this is straight up watermelon red. I feel like if you put too much on, the problem that you have with all glosses is that it starts to kind of collect right on that inner lip line right before your lips get wet, like down in here, like on the back side of your lip, and it starts to collect there, and then it starts to string together. I feel like over application could really not go well for you. But what I like about this, there is a very slight, and I mean slight, minty tingle. I never noticed that there's a plumping sensation or a plumping. I never feel like there's any sort of visual plumping that happens with these. It just makes my lips look bigger, and I like that. I feel like the red, of course, is going to be more high maintenance than the other more nude, neutrally shade that I have, but for summer, I think it's going to be great. I want to try on the lipstick. I know it's not part of the birthday thing, but it is a really fun red, and I want to see what it looks like with this look. I'm so much more comfortable in this bright, punchy lip than I am in the red eyeshadow. And I know it's a lot together, but I kind of like it. I really like this lipstick. I think that this lipstick is one of my favorite shades, more of that orangey red. It looks very orange on camera. In person, I'd say it's more of a, as I adjust it, I'd say it's more of a orangey red, but more red. In the lights, it looks more orange, but I feel like even though it's a lot of look, it goes well with the eyes. But I definitely feel like pushing myself outside of my comfort zone. This is comfortable, this is not, but I feel like it's a good thing for me. Let me know, did this wasn't like buy me, buy me, buy me. It was, oh, remember how you're trying to push yourself outside of your comfort zone? This might be a great way to do it. And I really feel like it is. I really feel like it's one of those things where I don't know what I like until I try it on, and I got to see whether it works for me, and then I know that a little bit better. And I feel like I could make this work if I don't try and use every shade in there, and I do pull in something just a little bit deeper to help anchor it. So I think that I'm going to continue using this, and I want to see if I can find a more simplified way to wear it. Maybe a 2 or 3 color look. You know, the darkest shade, one of these more metallics in the middle, and then maybe either one of these softer reds or one of the punchier reds, and do kind of more like a really diffused, like all over lid color, but keep it really low on the lid. So maybe only when you blink or you look down, you see it. And the rest of the time, it doesn't really look much different than any other, you know, neutrally eye look I would normally do. I don't know. I got to play with it, and I'll get back to you on that. But I thought that it would be fun to try something completely out of my comfort zone. And this is where we end up. So thank you for watching today. Subscribe if you haven't. Let me know what is outside your beauty comfort zone. It could be certain types of products, certain tools. It could be colors or formulas, let me know in the comment section down below. I'll see you again soon. Bye.